Thank you very much, Eva, for this introduction. And I wish warm welcome to everybody, to the audience and everybody on this session. The session is called Social Entrepreneurship and Social Investment in Eastern Partnership and Russia, Lessons Learned and Path Going Forward. So, as you already heard, my name is Andrea Rosandic. I'm a project manager at this Collaborate for Impact project. And at this session, basically, you will hear from our partners. You already heard and saw, I guess, that we have 7 partners from 7 different countries, and they will actually have a chance to present some of their plans, some of their activities, and some of their visions for in the future, how they see the social entrepreneurship and social investment ecosystem to flourish after all of the activities that all of us will be doing during this project. Technical note about the language and translation. So we will have speakers speaking both English and Russian language. So please choose your interpretation language at the bottom of Zoom page. And if you have any question, please write them in chat. And also additionally, I invite all of the audience, please share your comments, share your ideas. You can also share your contact details. You can share some links, some good examples of good practice, share your results, everything that might be useful for us and for partner organizations once we, not once, but during the implementation of the project. So please, I invite you to be active participants of this session. It might help us, and I believe the exchange of information might also be useful for both sides. So let's start with the session. I invite Anna Gulevska-Chernish, our first presenter. Just a second to share the screen. Okay, Anna has 20 years of professional experience in the field of development of non-profit organization and social entrepreneurship. After 10 years of leading the Ukrainian Philanthropy Forum, the largest association of charity organizations in Ukraine, she became a co-founder of International School for Social Entrepreneurs, and in 2017 has founded CILAB Ukraine, focusing on social entrepreneurship ecosystem development in Ukraine. In January 2020, CILAB Ukraine became a co-founder of Ukrainian Social Venture Fund, the first Ukrainian foundation which is focusing support to local social startups. Anna, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Andrea. Greetings from Ukraine. As Andrea mentioned, I present in CILAB Ukraine, NGO, which for a few years is focusing on building an ecosystem for social entrepreneurship in the country. We have conducted 7 accelerated programs with more than 100 teams participated in them. And today it's already up to 20 social enterprises, our graduates, launch their activities. Next slides, please, Andrea. If say about situation with social entrepreneurship development in the country, I would say that we can observe second wave of high interest and blooming activities of social enterprises. The first wave was at the beginning of 2000s when many international donors, many programs of technical assistance tried to show international examples and from the top to promote this concept in the country and establish a few successful cases. But unfortunately, that approach was not successful. And the second wave, it started 7 years ago, right after the revolution of dignity in 2014 and hot period of military conflict on the east of the country, when many volunteers, NGOs started to think about new ways, new approaches for mobilization and for self-realization. And first, social enterprises started to appear across the countries, and since since that, it's very growing process. And today, I would say it's up to 1,000 social enterprises which working in various on various social issues with different business models. Andrea, please, next slide. Today we can observe several, and we have several strong pipelines which provide fundamental skills and knowledge for those who want to learn about social entrepreneurship. So I would say that within the last 3 years, annually, we have 2-3 big training programs or accelerated programs with more than 50 teams participating there. So it means that annually at least 50 new prospective social enterprises appeared, but next slides, not all of them have possibility to launch the activities, to start the activities because of lack of resources. And issue of capital is big one. Today, and that is why there is a big need in social investment area development in the country. Today we have a couple of private foundations like Soros Foundation, it's International Renaissance Foundation, Nechitaila Family Foundation. They have special programs to support social entrepreneurs activities. We have NICEF with loan program, and couple companies practices their activities to support social startups, but it's really limited capacity. And that is why last year CLAP, we united our efforts with 3 other partners, Child Fund Germany, School of Me, and UNICEF, and we established Ukrainian Social Venture Fund with pure focus on social enterprises support. Last year was pilot year. We supported 4 social enterprises, and within this project we are hoping to share more than 300,000 euros and to support social enterprises across the country, both those who are startups on initial stage and those who are already established and support the scaling and developing new areas of business activities. And next slides. Today we have, I think, like in all other countries of the region, various challenges with legislation, with mechanism of social investments, and our focuses within the project will be, firstly, is promoting the concept social investments among companies, private donors, so motivate them, inspire them to join the activities Ukrainian Social Venture Fund and increase our capital to support social enterprises. And also we are, hopefully will work with national government to create some policy framework for social entrepreneurship development in the country. Very briefly, who we are and what we are going to do. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you very much, Anna. That was very nice. Now I have a pleasure to introduce you to Ms. Tatiana Bodlistrova from Russia, who has 15 years of, after 50 years in academia, Tatiana joined the nonprofit sector as the director of named NGO School Foundation. Her expertise and professional interests are in the field of developing social purpose organizations, theory of change, impact management strategy, and fundraising. According to Russian Reporter magazine, she was one of 100 most recognizable influencers in Russia in 2009. In 2011, she started to work in Reach for Change Sweden and fell in love with the idea of unleashing the power of social entrepreneurship for the better life of children and youth. Under her leadership, Reach for Change program has launched in Russia, Czech Republic, Kazakhstan, Bulgaria, and Croatia. In 2015, Tatiana became a co-founder of the Sreću Paraneman Foundation, and since then, she is a chair of the foundation board. Tatiana, the floor is yours.
Добрый день, дорогие коллеги. Прежде всего, для меня большая честь участвовать в этой
Good
конференции.
morning, dear colleagues. First of all, I'm honored to take part in this event, and I'm happy that our foundation, Навстречу переменам, became a partner in the project. Impact investment is a new trend in Russia. That's why I decided to speak in Russian, because many Russian speakers joined our event, and I would like them to listen in Russian. Our foundation, Навстречу переменам, was established about 10 years ago. Actually, the Swedish fund, the Age for Change, actually was one of the initiators. And for example, Tele2, Viasat, STS companies, TV companies supported the idea. And it was a hot idea at the moment. And we support leaders, project leaders that have some solutions, solutions that potentially may be scaled, that may be financially sustainable. And those solutions provide new opportunities for children in Russia. So we provide grants in our foundation each year. We distribute about 60,000 euro. We also provide non-financial assistance. And from the very beginning, we measured impact, social impact. And I think that idea was accepted very well in Russia even 10 years ago, although people had never heard about those ideas. And there was another idea. We would like to introduce business initiatives and business expertise into a social sector. So we support leaders, we support people, regardless of an organization they represent, whether it's commercial or non-commercial, whether the organization is only being built. So we support startups, and you can see our geography on the map. So we are based in Moscow, and could you please show the next slide? On the next slide, you can see our mission, and our mission is written in English on the next slide. Why is this project so important for us? We understand that grants are already being distributed in Russia. There are a few venture philanthropists that provide both financial and non-financial assistance. And of course, we'll keep supporting grassroots initiatives and organizations, because there are no foundations for supporting grassroots organizations. But still, we need to develop the system for supporting social entrepreneurship. And as part of this project, we will focus on developing the community of impact investors. Can you please show the next slide? And that is why we would like to transfer from the model of grant in investing to another model. We would like to attract angel investors and capital. And together with our partners representing business, Lyubov Shirshnyova, Igor Zyberev, we already launched a program. We recruited 25 projects. We are preparing them to meet with investors, and I hope that our project would help us in the future to attract such projects and develop investing for impact. I hope that at the end of the year, we will organize a forum for investing for impact, and I hope that our Western European partners would also participate. And we also can scale the solutions, for example, solutions developed in one country, and scale them to other partner countries. We can share the experience of our social entrepreneurs.
And Andrea asked me to tell you about a big dream that we have about two projects. And if you see the next slide, you will see what I mean. I have been dreaming that in 3 years' time, we will be able to create with local investors who are not now part of the project, but we will be able to develop the community, and we will have an impact fund in Russia. So 25 million euro is the minimum of the funding that I'm thinking about, and maybe there will be more. And we hopefully will be able to finance more projects that will be scaled up also beyond Russia. And thank you very much for your attention. And I'm looking forward to developing cooperation in Russia and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. Knowing you, I'm sure you are on a good path to achieve what you just said. Going forward with our next speaker, coming from Moldova, organization called Ecovisio, it's Aina Idrisova. She is a trainer and a facilitator. She is working as a coordinator of the social entrepreneurship department in the social enterprise Ecovisio Moldova. Previously, she has coordinated international project of Erasmus Plus program called Social Entrepreneurship Tools and Trainers. And as the result, she has contributed to the final toolbox of the educational games with 2 created games for social entrepreneurship education. Aina, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Andrea. Greetings from Moldova. Actually, yes, I'm very focused on the educational aspect of the area, but some words about Ecovisio, a public association from Moldova I'm working with, and I'm coordinating the social entrepreneurship department. Next slide, please. Want you to see our...
Aina, I'm sorry, I have some technical issues. I don't have your slides here. I don't know why. So can you please continue, and I will try to find the presentation with your slides. I'm really sorry, but
yeah,
I don't know what happened. Thank you.
Yeah. Only for you to see our team and our like very beautiful photos of what we are doing. So Ecovisio is, I can describe it with one expression. We are working with on social, sustainable development. And we link our 6 areas we are working on by a holistic approach. And these areas are from agri-food to education, waste management, and also social entrepreneurship. And shortly, we are working very much with local entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs in the region in Moldova. We promote social entrepreneurship in rural areas, like to support these people, this community. And we bring together key actors via our platform and big national fair. And to say in some words about the social entrepreneurship area from Moldova, we have some big organizations we are working with, and Ecovisio, we are focusing on the educational programs, on the supporting the local centers and organizations which want to become social enterprises. And there are some other organizations which we are working together on the policy development. Yes, so the presentation has appeared. Yes, the next slide. And very few words about our sectors on the social entrepreneurship development. So we have a training center in Eco Village, which is like built on the modern rules of eco-constructions, and we promote here, we organize events to promote social entrepreneurship. We have a big network of people, of community. We bring them together for social entrepreneurship forums, maybe some other events. Also, we organize in national fairs, and we have already one a marketplace platform, which is called yarmareka.media. This is also like for promotion the social entrepreneurs and local entrepreneurs in Moldova. And we also working on the educational programs. We have for the moment the idea to promote, like to create a social entrepreneurship hub, which will have the programs which will be replicated on the other areas or maybe in other countries. And I want to support what our colleague from Russia said. Social impact and social investment is a what trend now, and it's quite new for Moldova. And next slide, please. And we want, through this project, create this phenomenon in Moldova, launch these discussions on social investments, introduce a new direction in this area, the venture philanthropy. And also we want to improve the ecosystem by promoting and creating the materials for raising awareness about social entrepreneurship and also about the educational hub, as I said. And the next slide, we would like to bring together or to develop these three areas: policy, education, and social investment, to create a better ecosystem for social entrepreneurs and local entrepreneurs, because we consider it as a big value for our region, for Moldova. Thank you. And if you have some questions, maybe comments, you can contact me. Please, next slide. Yes, and this is I am. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you very much, Aina, and once again, my apologies for the technical issues. But it is obviously when you do things at the last moment. But anyway, thank you very much, and having you on board, because you have been the last partner to join the project. So it's very nice to have you. And moving forward to Georgia, our colleague Christina Kandelaki is going to present organization. Christina has 7 years of experience in civil sector. She holds the position of Civil Society Development Program Manager at Center for Strategic Research and Development of Georgia. Her main sphere of action is provision of organizational development services, as well as training programs to nonprofit and social enterprises. Along with capacity building expertise, Christina has extensive experience in managing donor-funded projects. Currently, she acts as a manager of the Collaborate for Impact project. And Christina, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Andrea. I would like to welcome all the participants of the conference, and I'm so happy to see so many people interested in social entrepreneurship and social impact investment. And I'm sure that joint effort of each person and each organization is extremely important for making sustainable social changes. So we all should collaborate for impact. So now I will make a short overview about our organization. So next slide, please. Center for Strategic Research and Development of Georgia was established in 1995, and our mission is to promote good governance, stable and inclusive economic development, and formation of active civil society in Georgia. And in order to achieve this mission, we administer 7 large programs. However, I would emphasize only 3 of them in this case. In 1998, we began working with civil society organizations and civic activists, and we've been providing capacity building, organizational development, and networking services from them. Since 2004, we actively started to work on corporate social responsibility concept, popularization of the concept among business companies. And these experiences and other experiences too inspired us to bring the social entrepreneurship concept to Georgia. And this became possible in 2009 with our partner organizations. So next slide, please. So our social entrepreneurship programs works towards 4 main directions that contribute to development of social entrepreneurship ecosystem in Georgia. So what we do in this program is financial support to social enterprises, and we support startup enterprises and already experienced in social enterprises too, which would like to scale up their social impact and scale up their revenues. Until today, we have supported about 40 social enterprises financially and non-financially too. The second pillar of our theory of change is technical assistance to social enterprises. We provide acceleration programs for startup enterprises and, of course, long-term non-financial support to our grantees and target social enterprises. And the technical assistance, of course, includes big component of impact measurement and management. So the third thing, what we do is promotion and popularization of the concept. And of course, we work on policy level in order to create enabling environment for social enterprises. And we actively work with decision makers about political and legislative recognition of social enterprises. At this moment in our country, there is no law about social entrepreneurship, and the state support mechanisms are also extremely scarce. Next slide, please. So why social entrepreneurship? Because it's an innovative tool, and we believe that it is a great tool for each achievement and maintenance sustainable real social impact. Because since 2009, during these 11 years, we've been observing that social entrepreneurship makes people happy. So why shouldn't we make more people happy? Next, please. Next slide. So within the Collaborate for Impact project, we plan that awareness about venture philanthropy and social impact investments, and of course about social entrepreneurship, will be raised. We are planning to establish an impact fund that will work via venture philanthropy approach and via venture philanthropy principles. And on the initial stage, it will support about 5 social enterprises. However, along with the funding of European Commission, we are planning to actively cooperate with local business companies and business sectors and raise investments from business companies for further supporting of our social enterprises. And additionally, within this project, we will support for startup social enterprises. We'll have the acceleration program and the grant program so that they can implement their innovative social ideas. And the last slide, please. So after 5 years, we see that society in general, and specifically business sector and policymakers, will increase their awareness on social entrepreneurship and investments for impact. We plan to see even more successful social enterprise cases. We will be really happy if the law about social entrepreneurship will pass. And of course, we envisage that impact fund that will be created will become a reliable, recognizable, and sustainable brand in Georgia. and we will have an opportunity to support more social enterprises in our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christina. We already saw a case study from Georgia, which is, I would say, much more advanced organization, which is great to see and hear. And yeah, I hope that we will get there to achieve the 5-year goal plans. Thank you very much once again. Now we move to Dobra Foundation from Belarus. Our colleague Nadia Jushchevich is going to present. Nadia is an experienced media manager, journalist, and media consultant for various projects. She has 14 years of experience in journalism, worked at a newspaper since she was 14 years old. She also has 5 years experience in media management, 1 year in PR and communication, and 1 year in project management. Nadia has been working in Dobra Foundation since January 2020. She is a PR manager for business direction of the foundation, so-called the Global Compact Network Belarus. She also works with communication and organizes business processes for Dobra Foundation. Nadia, please, the floor is yours.
Hello, dear colleagues. So I'm glad to present Dobra Foundation. So who we are? Dobra Foundation is a non-governmental organization that attract and unite financial, intellectual, organizational, and different resources, implement them in social impact programs and in projects in Belarus, and scale them worldwide. And in this way, we develop social investment, social innovations, and corporate sustainability in Belarus. Next slide, please. Dobra Foundation has 3 key directions. There we can see our key projects. When we speak about grassroots projects, I can say about Social Weekend. It's a contest of social projects, and this is the biggest context of social projects in Belarus. And also we have Hackathon Social Weekend. It's Hackathon of social projects. When we speak about impact direction, we have Hub Lab community and laboratory of impact projects. This is our new direction. We launched it in 2020 year. And when we speak about sustainability direction, this is the office of Global Compact Network Belarus. We are hosting this office, and also we have Index Dobra. It's a special tool for assessing corporate sustainability and responsibility of business. Next slide, please. When we speak about our motivation to work in the social entrepreneurship ecosystem, I can say that we have been developing since 2013 social capital in Belarus. Social capital, it's when people from different spheres believe each other. It's our big dream, and social entrepreneurship is one of the most effective tools for shaping social capital. One more reason, so far founders of Dobra Foundation have business expertise and the wild network. We transfer business tools in the social sector with the aim to develop social entrepreneurship and build up social capital. And one more reason, we would like to engage top persons and top resources to social sector, and the approach of social entrepreneurship help us with this aim. Next slide, please. 3 key activities from Collaborate for Impact projects that we realizing in Belarus. The first activity is content activity. So we prepare and promotion useful content about social entrepreneurship in Belarus and sharing international experience. We would like to develop social entrepreneurship in Belarus because now this sphere is not very development. So activity number 2 is creating collaborations between social enterprises from different countries. And also we would like to launch a venture philanthropy and social impact fund in Belarus, because now we haven't this type of funds in Belarus. So we would like to be first. And yes, about our expectations. So now we are developing a plan for venture philanthropy and social impact fund. Next year, we would like to launch this type of fund and bring our Hub Lab laboratory to the international level. Also, after that, we will work more deep on creating the basic of launching impact fund. And after that, we would like to launch this impact fund. And actually, we would like to the end of collaborate for impact project in Belarus, have social entrepreneurship in Belarus like spread phenomenon and with own market segment. That's all. If you have any questions, please.
Thank you very much, Nadia. It's so nice to hear how many activities you are running at the moment as an organization, plus how big plans you have. And I believe, based on the history of the organization, you are going to succeed in all that. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
And now we move to Azerbaijan. Our colleague Gulnara Ismailova, who is running Education Hub. She is a social entrepreneur and the co-founder of Education Hub in Azerbaijan. Education Hub has demonstrated their capacity to engage in highly relevant advocacy action, but have also highlighted their potential to do more and better. Gulnara has vast international experience in social program development, civic education facilitation, and coaching. She strongly believes that promoting social entrepreneurship helps to increase active youth participation in the social development of Azerbaijan. She conducted more than 100 trainings for more than 5,000 participants. Gulnara mainly focuses on the empowerment and development of young women from rural parts of Azerbaijan. Gulnara, please, the floor is yours.
Salam from Azerbaijan. As an education team, we are very happy to be a partner of this wonderful program in Azerbaijan. So I would like first to introduce Education Hub a little bit. So we established Education Hub since 2016 as a platform which uses education and social entrepreneurship as a tool for direct social impact. Our main aim to inspire and empower young people to become change maker of their community. So we use innovation to initiate social change and strengthen youth participation in local and national level. So within this project, we see social entrepreneurship as a tool, and we are thinking to apply innovation to initiate social change. So can we move next slide, please, Andrea? Yes, next one. Within these programs, we are planning to empower mostly young people, particularly females, who will address community needs. And we think that it's very important to think about awareness on social entrepreneurship, as this is quite a new area for our country. So we need to make more effort on this and working on awareness program among population and young people. Next slide, please. What we are expecting coming years, I think it's very good opportunity for our countries to create a space for social entrepreneurs and to help them to launch their social businesses, and also strengthening social entrepreneurs' capacity through educational programs and developing knowledge and skills. Of course, we cannot do it without our partners. So at the moment, our governmental structures, authorities, they are very interested in this area. And I hope that in coming years, we will witness new programs and concrete documents on social entrepreneurship in Azerbaijan, and it will help us to make strong ties and international collaboration in this sphere. And last not least, I would like to highlight about legal frame, because at the moment we don't have specific legislation on social entrepreneurship in Azerbaijan. Hope within these programs we will cooperate with main stakeholders and interested parties, and we will be able to advocate development of legal frame on social entrepreneurship. As education hub, we already did activities on these spheres, and we prepare recommendation for governmental structures. And I know that this is ongoing process, and I believe that in coming years we will hear new positive signs in these spheres, because it is great opportunities for our people, especially young population, to develop themselves on social entrepreneurship. Thank you very much, Andrea, for this opportunity. So I'm waiting for questions. Please be active on chat, and we are waiting your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gulnara, for the presentation. And yes, the legal framework is a activity that needs much more work to be done, and there are different situations in all the countries. So that's something that we are going to discuss on the third day. So I hope you are going also to be there and participate in the discussions. Thank you very much. And now we have Armenia, our colleague Ani Babumian. Annie is a CEO of Impact Hub Yerevan. She started working with Impact Hub Yerevan board members as a programs and event manager in 2015. In 2018, she got promoted as Chief Program Officer, while in 2019, she became CEO. While in her 20s, she was coordinating construction crews in post-Soviet Armenia, a strictly men-only industry, a challenge in adaptability and leadership that really shaped her. The collective effort contributed in building the Tumo Center for Creative Technologies in Yerevan, a non-profit landmark project providing free education, fostering skills and creativity at the intersection of art and technology. Being now part of the Impact Hub network is giving her the opportunity to focus on the long-term impact and sustainability of meaningful projects. Annie, please, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Andrea, for the introduction. I will also quickly present Impact Hub Yerevan and a little bit about Impact Hub Network in general, and also talk about our activities of this specific project and our 5-year expectation and hopes. Impact Hub Yerevan is an international organization focusing on social innovation and entrepreneurship around the world. Each Impact Hub has its own local structure and management, but we are all connected with each other and constantly share knowledge and experience. Next slide, please. Here are some numbers. There are more than 100 Impact Hubs around the world, and collectively we have about 17,000 members, and we reach to about 20 million people. Next slide, please. We, as Impact Hub Yerevan, are a social enterprise ourselves. We have our business activities as well as implementing different programs. We offer a supportive and collaborative community for our members, and we provide entrepreneurial support, such as mentoring, different workshops and consultations. We also have a physical space where our members and social innovators, they all come together and work under one roof, and they have the opportunity to meet each other physically. And lastly, we work to connect and support the impact entrepreneurial ecosystem as a whole. Next slide, please. We started our activities in 2015, and we opened our first space 5 years ago. In these 5 years, we have had more than 1,000 members, implemented about more than 20 local and international programs, hosted more than 400 social and educational events. And on average, every year, we support about 50 new startups. Next slide, please. The startups that we support are from different stages. They come as an idea stage or already operational, and some are even on the scaling phase now. When it comes to programs, we usually scout for participants, select them, deliver support, facilitate connections and access to capital, and we measure, evaluate, and learn from each program. Next slide, please. Here are some of our program partners, including the European Union and EVPA, of course. Next slide. As mentioned earlier, we are the implementing partner in Armenia for this Collaborate for Impact project. And some of our activities include and that this year and the next 4 years we will be implementing include the COVID-19 Relief Fund for social enterprises in Armenia, Social Impact Award Program. We will also implement incubation and acceleration programs, and will create a venture philanthropy fund in Armenia. Next slide, please. So this year we already launched the EU-supported COVID-19 Relief Fund for the social enterprises, and we have received 100 applications, and we have selected, yeah, it's okay. We have selected 35 social enterprises already, and each of them will receive about 10,000 euro financial support. And the last, our 5-year expectations and hopes is like looking at when we started 5 years ago, no one in Armenia had even heard the term social entrepreneurship. So looking forward, we hope that we can form a structured venture philanthropy fund in Armenia, and that we will see increase in the public common understanding of the ecosystem. We will have a pool of impact investors and investable social enterprises, hopefully. We hope and we look forward to see like at least 75% innovative social enterprises and at least 50% women-led. We want to have stable increase in the number of stakeholders in the ecosystem, be it access to funding or different support infrastructures. We want to see better and more structured policies, stronger connections to the commercial private sector, and also hopefully growing number of social enterprises, at least 50 new social enterprises every year. This much from me. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to see the rest of the event and be connected with many of you.
Thank you very much, Annie. So that was actually our last presentation, and it was great to hear, Annie, your story and the fact that how many social entrepreneurs applied already. So we have really up-to-date information about the needs of social entrepreneurs. I believe we are out of time.
Yes, that's
so I
what
need to thank.
Yes,
I just need to thank to the audience, because I see that we received a lot of comments and we received a lot of contact details, which is great. We will process them, and thank you very much to all for participating at this session. Eva, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Wonderful to see you all as a group, and great ambitions, great aspirations. I'm kind of like, oh my God, there is so much hope, you know, in the next 4 years. But the truth is that, you know, we are all in this together, and we are doing this together. And looking at the comments, I think there is also a lot of interest from the audience. So I hope, I actually think we will make it happen. So good luck to all of us with this project. All the participants, please, you know, follow the pages in the countries, follow also the website of the project, so you will be hearing about the activities happening in different countries, but also at the regional level.